Welcome back to the channel, guys. Now, a little story. When I was building the shed, on the very last run, with the materials bringing it from Inverness back to here, we started to notice a rattle coming from the roof rack. And what had happened is, see where these weld beads are? They basically broke into 3 separate sections, and it was starting to come loose. This side was just holding on, that side was completely gone, and that's what was rattling, what we could hear. So we sort of strapped it back down, got back home, and yeah, took the roof rack back off. This one, it didn't break, but it was on its way out. It started to have like hairline cracks, so I V'd it out and just quickly welded it. Nothing special, just to basically get the roof tent back here. So when we popped back down south, I had my welder at my parents' house, so I quickly welded it back up. And yeah, the welds held, all good. These bars that go across joining them, they are what I put in just to brace it up and to fit the roof tent, actually. That was another reason why they had to go on. But yeah, these were fabricated by the previous owner. He had some sort of warehouse where he had guys working, and they made this up. And it's actually what made me, you know, want to buy this van. It was perfect. It had the super cab and it had this, and it was all ready for work. Yeah, these really sold it for me as well. But they made one mistake. One very annoying mistake. They have these little bits that stick up. The one at the front is like 1225. The one at the back is 1200. So you could never lay a full sheet in here unless it was plasterboard. So yeah, that was really annoying when I found that out. Oh. So I'm going to make some changes to this roof rack. We're going to fabricate something new. What we are going to keep is this metal plate which goes around the bottom, because it's got the nuts basically already welded there, so you just wind these bolts in. So I'm going to reuse these legs, I guess. They've got a cool little like bend in them. I like that. But I think what we're going to do is probably come across here level, and then the new roof rack is going to go on. That's the plan. Now what I really want to try and do is improve my welding on this little project, because it's not that great. And for some reason at the moment when I weld, there leaves like a white powdery residue afterwards, and I'm not sure why it does that. I'm pretty sure I've got the right wire, I haven't got it with flux in. Yeah, we need to work out what's wrong with that. But no, I'm looking forward to this one. Should be fun. So up in Scotland, a lot of the timber comes in 4.8 meters. So what I want to do with this new roof rack is extend it over the cab. Now, I got this metal from a metal fabricating place that is pretty much a scrapyard basically around the back. So I need to clean up obviously this mild steel. And he had 3 lengths of this 50 by 25 mild steel. One length was just over 5 meters, this one's just over 3 meters, and I believe there's a length that's just over 2 meters, so I took all 3. That is a perfect length. Sweet, we're going to have enough steel. Why am I building it out of steel? Well, I'm not building it out of aluminium because I don't know how to weld aluminium, and I've already got a pretty good welder. Not only that, but with this truck, if you don't have anything in the back here, back end's a bit lively. Not going to lie to you, I've skidded quite a few times in this vehicle. So I do actually want some weight on the back here, and if we've got some sort of crazy roof rack system going on here and it's actually a bit weighty, I'm happy to lose a little bit in the, you know, fuel and stick to the road. It's going to be heavy, I know it's going to be heavy, but I have tried to do some weight reduction here and there. God, you're chirpy this morning. You know, let me show you what else I've bought. So something that I wanted to incorporate into this new roof rack is one of the rolling bars at the back, just to help with rolling sheets on or lengths of timber, but also kayaks as well. Yeah, that would be really cool. What I want to try and create first is the front part, because it's going to have the angles on the corner. So yeah, I just want to wrap my head around that and see what the angle is. I'll do it on one side, and then I've got some different steel to brace going across. I'm going to use Unistrut. It's one of my weight saving ideas. Say idea, someone has done it before and I am copying it, but I really like the idea of doing that because it can do multiple things in the future. Yeah, this is what I did. I did 22.5 on either side, just to make this 45 degrees, and just sort of V'd it out a little bit as well. It's still got to come around a little bit, but I'll get the welder set up and do some tacks whilst holding that. But I'm going to get the wire wheel on it now and just clean it all up, get it prepped for welding. Yeah, really happy with that. Yeah. Not the prettiest, but I think I've just dialed it in at the end there. It's a lot of grinding. Right, apologies, Jenny is on the go obviously because we're welding. We're also doing our laundry. But I just thought I'd show you this quickly because this is probably the next stage that I'm going to do, is the Unistrut. So this was actually off of Kevlar. It was for the solar panels. It was, yeah, just silicon down and bolted down all the way through. But we're going to repurpose it and we're going to use it for the bracing going across. What I'm going to do is make the bed of the roof rack 12.25 wide, and that is because a sheet of ply or OSB, shutter and ply, MDF, which I don't work with, but yeah, they all come in 12.20 wide sheets. So I'm just going to do it 12.25 just to give it a little bit extra, and that's going to determine the width of our roof rack. I don't need it any bigger than that. That's probably the most I'm going to pick up with this. Yeah, I think that's a good size, and it doesn't stick too far out from the roof of the truck. What I'm going to do is work my way backwards, so allowing for the steel either side, which is 25mm each, so 50mm, 12.25 minus 50mm, that's going to be the length of our Unistrut. It is galvanised, so I do need to take that off as well so I can weld to it, but that is the only thing that I'm going to have a problem with. Yeah, my weld isn't too bad, made it up with the grinding, but yeah, just for tuning it in, I don't think it's too bad. I'm happy with that. It'll get better as we go. But yeah, I think I've got it dialed in now. The only problem that we're struggling with is with charging the leisure battery in there, the leisure battery in there, the washing machine, charging some other batteries as well. Yeah, this is pulling a little bit too much. So I'm going to work on cutting all of these for now. Then our laundry will be done and we should be good to go. That's a lot better. Damn, it's hot. I am really happy with that. Well, this is just a, you know, once going over. This one I had to sort out a few passes on it, but yeah, no, that's fine. I'm happy with that. Not bad. You know, I haven't welded in quite some time now, and yeah, I think I've got that all dialed in really nicely, so I'm well happy. This is the front part of the roof rack, so it's the bit that takes the longest. All the uni struts all cut and cleaned up, ready for welding, so I can cut this now, start laying them all out and welding them in place. Probably just tack it all in place for now and then take it over there and see exactly where I want to cut it to length. It's a good day. It's a good day. Alright, once again, it ain't pretty, but it's on there. Getting a lot of splatter. I thought that's something to do with the gas. I tweaked that, but it seemed to make it worse, so I'm still fine tuning it. But I can actually sort of weld and drag now. Like, that's actually pretty good. Just needs a little grinding. But yeah, I've got the front section all on. Obviously need to weld the other side, but I'm leaving it for that now. And what I'm going to do is just start spacing out this uni strut and getting that tacked in as well. Fun day, just bloody hot. The welder is holding up pretty good as well. Yeah, this is my welder, in case you're interested. And yeah, I've got a big bottle of the gas, which is the mix for MIG welding. Brought these little magnets, but they're a bit pathetic. Not quite holding on like I was hoping for. Got a big one, that seems to do the trick. Okay, I've sussed it out. I've got 3 of the little ones on this side. There's one underneath here, just holding it nice and flush. And then yeah, the big one just underneath here. I'll get that quickly welded, check it for squareness, and then weld the other side. Right, I had to put the camera down for a bit because I'm trying to get things square. Yeah, so we've currently got a little ratchet strap going from corner to corner. It's sort of looped around here, and that has actually got me square. I've actually solved the problem. It was a bit of a tricky one. So yeah, now that bar is now parallel off the front one and square with the sides, or thereabouts. I'm giving it a little bit of leeway here. But yeah, Rachel's now on a meeting, so I have to be a bit quiet. I was going to build all of this in the shed, but there's so much stuff in there at the moment which I need to sort out. But obviously luckily we have this giant slab between the shed and the motorhome, so yeah, I've been working here today. And just having a little break now just because the sun is so hot. I think it's only like 22 today, but yeah, it's too much. But you don't stop. You need to go and chill in the shade like your brother. You just see Odin, he's just underneath. He absolutely loves it underneath there. This one just doesn't switch off. It's really hot today, mate. You need to calm down. I think what I'm going to do for the rest of the day is wait for the sun to go, which actually isn't that long. It's probably about half an hour, and then this would all be in the shade, which would be really nice. Rachel will finish her meeting, and I'll just weld in these uni struts all the way down. I might mess about with the roller at the back as well, we'll see. What I've actually done for the roller, did these little funky angles on the end, and that's basically just because I'm going to put a hole in the centre of here for the roller to go on, and I'll probably have to cut this corner off at some point. And yeah, if that all works and I'm happy with it, I'll just weld a little blank plate in here just to stop any water going in and rusting inside. So yeah, I will close it off, but I just thought that was a really nice little detail at the end. Got the angle on the front, angle on the back. Yeah, I think it's going to look pretty smart. Thanks, buddy. Orange ball. Right, Ed. Just chilling. Your belly rubs. Yeah. Who's that big boy? Who's that big boy? Can never refuse a god, can you? I need to talk to the camera. Right, it's a couple of days later. So yesterday we had like just fine mist, bit of rain all day. Not the type of weather that you want to be welding in. So I left it yesterday, just did a load of editing. I actually managed to do a whole video, which is awesome, getting quicker. But today, what I need to try and figure out, and I kind of have already figured out, so this one going across here and the very last one, so they sort of line up with, well, they don't sort of, they do line up with this leg here and the mounting bolts. Same for this one, and then obviously this overhangs the front. What I will do is probably do like some sort of angle here. I'll test with like opening the door and everything. But just to give, make a little triangle section here to give a little bit of support of the overhang at the front. So another thing that I've got to do is take this off. This was my little light bar that I made up. And it's just magnetic feet. So I can take those off now, because that will all be attached to the new roof rack. That doesn't reassure me for my new welds. Well, shit. Okay.
I'm so strong.
So this end's going to go up first.
Okay.
One,
Ready?
2, 3. It's not that heavy.
It is quite heavy.
It's not that heavy. Oh, beautiful.
Happy?
Okay. I think we're nearly there. I think we're very close. I think once we put it on, there may be a bit of just trying to get the screws in the hole, but yeah, I'm really happy with it. But what I have been doing with the remaining of the metal, which used to join the legs together, I've been making some like angled bracing. So one's going to go there, and one will go roughly about there. So yeah, just trying to throw some triangles into this to give it a bit more strength. This is the section which overhangs the front cab, and I think I'll just try and do a little brace coming across here as well. Hopefully not interfering with like the back doors or anything like that. So even if it's like a really small triangle, I think what I'm going to do now is quickly make 2 up for over there, and then that will probably be it for today. And then tomorrow I'm going to come back, do some more welding, do some more grinding. Oh, I might actually get some spray paint today as well. And hopefully before the weekend, this is all built. I'm not rushing it, I want to take my time with it. It's got to be useful, so I want to make it nice and strong. These legs aren't going anywhere, alright? They are on there. I did some nice thick beads as well. I think another problem with my welder is I have 0.6mm wire, and I think maybe 0.8 would have been better for, you know, thicker steel. Is this your favourite ball? Is this your favourite ball? Okay, it's the next day and picked up some more gas yesterday. However, it's not the perfect formula for MIG welding. This is 86% argon, 14% CO2. I think it's the best way is meant to be like 75-25, and that gives like the least amount of splatter apparently. But I also got 0.8mm mild steel wire, so I'm going to give that a go today as well. So, I don't know if I've mentioned this in other videos, but we've recently popped down south. We started to bring stuff up from the storage unit, which I'm really happy about. Let me show you the state of the workshop at the moment. Might take the laundry out actually, you probably don't want to see that. Actually, sod it. You want the full life experience, you're going to get it. There you go, mate. Right. So, this is recent, okay? We've brought stuff up, we've put it in the shed. Haven't sorted it out yet. That's still a job to do. But this is the current state of the shed. There we go. Just put it on a wide angle for you. Yeah, this is the current state of the shed. It ain't pretty. We brought everything up. We managed to get the car in here, which was just a mission of itself. I didn't record any of it, I don't think. Yeah, just obviously there's no motor in it, it's just a rolling chassis. So it was just a case of like lifting it up, bouncing it, and trying to get it in the shed. Nightmare. So a quick run through. This is obviously my classic car, the Caddy, and in here is basically everything that came off of this Caddy, plus a few sort of mechanical tools and stuff, and a longboard. We also got a wood chipper, just so you know, that might be in a video soon. 300-watt solar panel, that was off of Kevlar, so we've got that here now. And some other solar panels behind it, but that's another video. And this is my chop sawing stand, which is currently just holding up all of the gardening tools, because they used to live over in that corner and now they live over here. I've got my cheapy little table saw. This chest drawer, I was actually doing a job, and the woman came out, and unfortunately she lost her husband recently, and he had a shed full of tools, and she was like, just help yourself. So yeah, there was this old tool chest, and yeah, she was happy for me to take it, so I have that now. This isn't all the stuff, by the way, there is still a lot more. I didn't manage to get a lot of my woodworking tools, so like a thicknesser, bandsaw, pillar drill, just like a band vault, some more like 110 tools that I've got. But for now, I just need to find that sander. Oh, sweet. There she is. So yeah, this is obviously my little bench sander. It's got a grinding stone on it, and also obviously the belt. And yeah, I'm just going to use this just to try and flatten up the angles that I've done. Now, what shall I run it off? I wonder if a power bank will run this. Place your bets. Put in about 400 watts to begin with, and then drop down to about 110 watts. But that's good, don't have to run the Jenny now. I know it's 2 people carrying it, but it's really not that heavy.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not as bad as I thought. Easy to get off balance.
Oh no. Forgot about the light bar.
Sorry, I've got it.
Cool. Do you see the
Holes.
holes? That's
Yeah.
where we're coming back to, okay? Down.
Pretty much there. Too big.
No. We've got millimeters clearance. Got some good news and I got some bad news. The good news is all the legs line up. Just got a screw in each of them for now. Now, the bad news. Just so you know, we do have a solution as well, but let me show you the bad news. Yeah, not a lot of clearance. Even on the sides, it's pretty tight. Yeah, something I didn't think was going to happen. However, I was kind of governed by the height of this because of the legs. So at the moment, my solution is to basically pack underneath this foot. This is the leg, this is the foot. However, all I've got is our 2x1, 50mm by 25mm. And obviously, that's going to look a bit pants. Now, to get around that, what I was thinking is cutting this in half so it becomes like a U channel, and I could weld it underneath here across this edge and across that edge to raise it up. And that'll raise it up about 25mm, which I think is fine. Even for like having weight on the front end, I feel like a 25mm clearance would be absolutely ideal. I'm kind of thinking that's my only solution at the moment. Okay, we have just cleaned up our metal, cleaned up the ends of these as well. Now what I want to try and do is get it rough in position. Hoping this clamp is going to work. Nope. What I'm just going to do is hold that there, get a couple of tacks in this, and yeah, hope for the best. Why is life so fucking hard right now? Right, okay, I'm a little bit worried. I just ran out of wire, so that's really good that I picked up some more. I bought this from Halfords, it was really easy to get. And when I was there, I saw that they had 2 different wires. One had flux in it, one didn't have flux. I know that you use one with flux in it if you're welding without gas. Obviously we are welding with gas. And so again, this time I made sure MIG welding wire, 8mm, mild steel wire. That's what I thought I bought the first time. And I've been wondering, why am I getting all of this white shit as I weld? And as I've put this one on, I'm going, oh, this one's, you know, got a copper colour to it. And I'm pretty sure that's what I used before. And so I've taken it off, and I've just seen at the back of it, it says flux cord wire. And I am certain that I picked the right box, a 6mm mild steel wire. So I don't know if it was just packaged wrong and that's why. But yeah, hopefully, in fact, I'm gonna quickly Google this shit. Okay, yes, you can use flux cord wire in a MIG welder even if you have gas available. Okay, so our weld should be fine. But hopefully now I'm not gonna get this white shit all over everything. But it does explain it. A few more welds and then this is done and I should be able to take it all off. Oh, things are not going to plan. So I just ran out of the gas. Let's go and put the new gas in. And this valve, max pressure is 130 bar. Test pressure 165 bar. Kind of wish that I had that flux wire now. To be fair, I don't know why I weld with gas. I just always seem to go through bottles like they're nothing. This is shit. Even when you put it on and off, gas just fucking pisses out. But I don't like leaving it on because I know that the regulator is faulty. Okay, so I think I've solved the problem. Had a little bit of a leak come into the dial, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I think it is starting to work now. So I'm just going to quickly finish welding some of these joins up. Again, I'm only really tacking them just because of the back window on the truck. I don't want it to damage any of the glass. I think I've already got one little bit on it. Okay, quick. Okay, no leaks. That's a good sign. Okay, so that's roughly tacked in place. The welder was working a lot better, so yeah, I'm hoping that I can tidy up some of these welds. Yeah, all of this is all ironed through really, really nicely. This angle is matching with that angle at the front and these cross members as well. Really happy with that. That's good. I haven't done the angle to support the overhang across the front cab. I'm gonna do that when it's off, just because I don't really want to weld next to the window, it's so close. So I will just do it that way. Let something crack then. Alright, apologies, I've just been cracking on and not picking up the camera. Naughty me. What I have done is just ground off just around the edges and along here for our new feet. So our new feet are going to sit on there like that. Just gave it a bit of an angle just to make it a little bit more interesting and not an afterthought. Might close up the ends, might not. Undecided yet, I'll see how it goes. But yeah, I just need to clean up this a little bit more and then we're just going to weld across here, and hopefully that's going to give us the spacing that we need. And it doesn't look too bad, does it? Looks alright. Looks alright. But I'm excited to use the welder and yeah, again, try and get some better welds on this. Right, let's crack on. Jenny is running. I need to get welding. Really? Seems like the Jenny is struggling. My welding is so much better. I just need that generator to bloody keep up. Ignore this side, that side, holy shit. Oh, that's fucking passable, that is. I want to start this project all over again now. Oh, it's so much better. Fuck's sake. Hello. Shit, boy. I can do proper runs now. Well, that's it. All of the gas is now gone. Yeah, that's whole bottle gone in an hour. I've obviously got a leak on the regulator, but I've always had problems like this. And not just this welder, it's another welder as well. I had the same problem, they just fucking leak. Can you hear that noise? It's the pipe right that you're on. There's obviously some sort of gas or something heat wise. So I don't know what to do. I'm not going to buy another bottle of gas. There's absolutely no point. It's just going to do the same thing unless I buy a new regulator. But honestly, I've gone through so many regulators as well. I might just buy the flux cord again and just use that if I don't need to use gas and there's flux around this wire, then I might as well just do that. Just getting into it as well, like I get pretty happy with the welds as well, like they're really clean. Yeah, compared to what I started to do, it's getting a lot better. This is new as well, went over all of this. Yeah, compared to the shocking welds from before. But I don't know if that was because I was using flux wire and also using the gas. It might be a reason why. But yeah, I can't keep on going through gas bottles like that. Okay, we are back. It's the next day. Yesterday, about 3 o'clock, ran out to Inverness, went to Halfords, got some of the wire, flux cord wire. So yeah, we're just gonna give it a go with that. I think I'm gonna be disappointed. I don't think the welds are gonna be great, but I need to learn how to weld with flux cord wire. I have looked online. It does say that there's probably more splatter, the welds aren't as clean. Just got to give it my best. That's all I've got to do. Again, I'm a complete novice. I say I'm a complete novice. I was actually quite good at welding at some point when I was restoring the caddy. My friend from work, Tony, he's the one who taught me how to weld. So there was a point then where I really got into welding and it was really good. But that was like over 10 years ago now. Shit. So yeah, I've kind of forgotten a lot of the old techniques. I know you got to do like the little bit of the swirls. But yeah, this weld here, this was really good. This is like literally right towards the end where I feel like I had everything set up properly. There's so many variables when it comes to welding. Like I was noticing the generator sounded like it was really struggling, and it shouldn't. For this welder, it shouldn't be struggling to power it. but my ground was like on the other side of what I was trying to weld, and it was obviously struggling. I put the ground closer, clamping it to it, and I had no problem. So like, okay, that's one thing that I've got to remember whenever I move around, make sure that the ground is close to where I'm actually welding. Obviously we've been outside as well, you've got to think about wind. Today I'm now gonna just weld up everything. I've got the 2 little braces for the overhang at the front. I need to weld those in place. I'm going to do some little mounts at the front as well for the light bar. Wire's already in there, did that when I got home last night. So yeah, let's just crack on with some welding. Well, yeah, there's a lot more splatter, that's for sure. How you get a good weld with this flux wire, I do not know. Some of you might be thinking, ah, that's a nice welding jacket, Cam. Well, it's not. Don't go looking for the brand because it's not a welding jacket. So this is a company that we did some maintenance for when I used to work for a company many years ago. They just had a little contract with this sort of pharmaceutical company. And so we would go into like the labs and you have to fully suit up and loads of rules and stuff like that. So this is where this came from. They were chucking a load out. Tony, who I was working with, the one who taught me how to weld, he was like, oh yeah, we'll grab a couple of those. They're good welding jackets. They're not. They're so flammable. It's a joke. But it kind of does the job. But yeah, I think I've got a massive section, yeah, if you can see that. That was from welding, so yeah, don't buy this. Right, last foot, and then just these to finish up welding, and then it's onto the grinding. So we're nearly there, nearly there.
Oh. Sorry.
Yep. Oh wait. I did it again.
Yes, sorry, sorry. And I didn't trust how steady that would be. Be really careful when you come back because this is slipped.
Oh.
I can't lift it any further, it's stuck on that side. Oh shit.
Okay, drop your
It's gonna scratch the paint.
Sorry, I didn't know it was hooked on the end.
Sorry. Are we there?
Yeah. Forward a bit.
Yeah, that's better.
Cool.
Happy? Oh no, sorry.
It's alright.
Oh, that looks so much better. So much better.
Yeah.
That's perfect. It actually makes it look really tidy. That's brilliant. Done.
Thank you.
Right, can I go back to work?
You can. Thank you. $350. So what I had to do with this little cross member, just like I had to do with these, is throw obviously 2 angles on this end, keeping it with the 45 degrees, and then I think this is roughly about 13-14 degrees, and as you can see it fits absolutely perfect. So I've got to make one for the other side, and then what I was also checking for is making sure that it doesn't interfere with this door at all, and yeah, it's absolutely fine. If anything, could have even gone a little bit more, but I think that looks absolutely awesome. Yeah, really happy, and hopefully it does give some support to the overhang. So if anyone does have any suggestions for the old gas for the MIG welder, do let me know. Even if it's a different type of regulator, or I don't know, it's worth buying the bigger bottles. We'll see, but I've got my work cut out with tidying these up. But like I said, we'll make one more for the other side, take it back off, weld it up, and then a lot of grinding. Right, so today what we're hoping to do is get this back on the truck, all done, all painted, bells and whistles. Yeah, that's the plan. First thing we're going to do is go over the whole thing and grind over all of the welds, and then come back with the welder, see if there's any spots that I've missed. Like, I already know that there's going to be one here, so yeah, just go over any gaps, plug them up with the welder, grind it all off again, wire wheel all of this rust off, wipe it down, and then spray it. Yeah, sounds easy, but it's going to be a lot of work. Right, I'm in the shade now, it's bloody hot. So gone over with the wire wall, this is all nice and smooth now, you can't feel any like rust or anything on it. So yeah, that's been taken back. Obviously tidied up the joins as much as possible. Obviously wire walled it, I've then gone on with hand sanding it all, just to go over everything and blend it all out, so it feels great now. I've then washed it with some wipes and some water, took the bulk of the dust and everything off of it, and then I washed it all down with the hose, And now I'm just going to leave it to dry for a little bit and then go over it with some isopropylic alcohol and just take any last remaining bits off of it. Yeah, then I can start hitting it with the etch primer. I've got loads of etch primer, and yeah, it's going to do a nice thick coat of that all over. And then I've got 2 cans of black spray paint, which I'm regretting not buying more now because I think it is going to take more. But if I can at least get 1 coat on it, get it on the van, and then yeah, whenever I can go and pick it up, quickly unbolt it, give it another coat. So when I bought my caddy up here, as we were going through the back, finding all the old tools and everything that I used to use, and loads of obviously etch primer and isopropylic alcohol. However, the bottle has cracked, so yeah. Woo! And that's why you go over with alcohol. Annoyingly, I don't really have a cloth, so I'm going to have to go back over this afterwards and get little bits of tissue. I must have something. Right, okay, this is going to be a bit experimental. But we have these. These are loofahs. We use these for washing up. It's a natural plant. I kind of want to soak it in there. If I cut the bottom off. Yeah, you leave these in water and they'll expand loads. So just going to leave it in there for about 5 minutes, and then it's starting to expand already. Maybe not. Yeah, we'll leave that in there for a bit. But maybe that's a better thing for me to go around and scrub everything off with. Don't know if the gods are having a laugh with me, but it's frickin' windy now. It's been perfect weather like all day, nice and still, a bit warm. Everything's been drying nice and quick. As soon as I got the spray can out, this wind just came from nowhere, so it's making it a little bit harder. So yeah, I've just gone over all the joints with a bit of etch primer, obviously just to get bare steel covered as quickly as possible, but also maybe just try and build it up a little bit. A bit of wishful thinking, but yeah, that's what I've done. Hey buddy, can you go and lay down? It's very warm today. Go lay down. You're a black dog. Okay, all joking aside, I actually do have filler primer, so as you can see, why not? I mean, it might help a little bit. Right, apologies for the noise, Rachel's using the wood chipper. Right, well, managed to get 1 coat of etch primer on it. Doesn't look too bad. There is a stillness in the air. And it's dry, so I'm going for it. So I've gone for a matte black. Just obviously match everything else on the truck. I don't really have like a gloss black or anything like that, so yeah, hopefully. Yeah, you got to remove this, haven't you? Fucking hell. Don't know why, but I'm going to start on the front. I'll start in this corner. So, I'm not the best sprayer in the world, so I don't really feel like I should give you tips here, but every time you come to the end, you take your finger off, and then as you start, you put your finger back on, and then off. On, and then off. So basically, if you hold it all the way down, you're just going to start filling up at this end, and then you come back around to this end, you're going to fill up this end, and then you'll just have drips and drips. So you have to sort of start and stop. I don't actually know who sort of taught me that, but it's just always sort of stuck with me. Not sure it's all done. Stingies. Oh, right on my arse cheek. Is it bad that I really like the smell of aerosol? It reminds me of sweets. It's looking pretty good if you ask me. Oh, it really fucking got me on my arse. Oh. I kind of prefer the tip that's in the primer. Gives it a nice splay. Let's see if I can. Well, that's one can, and that got me all the way around, apart from the bars that go across. I think I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit, and then come back with the second can. Might be able to try and do the bars with that one, but I think I'd rather try and get the frame all done, because obviously this is all gonna get scuffed up anyway with throwing timber and everything on, so if that's the only bits that are left, no, I really don't mind. Alright, sorry, I had a break in the wind. I just went for it. This is the last of the second can. To be fair, still got quite a bit left. Managed to do the rails, got over everything again. Yeah, let's get this going good. But the wind has just picked back up. Right. That's it. Looks awesome now. I've got a little bit left in this can, but what I'm going to do is save that. So when I put it on there, just because I'm obviously used to this light, and I imagine once it's up there, it's at a different angle, I'm going to see little spots that I've missed here and there, so I'm going to hold on to that. It's got to let it dry for a little bit now before we take it over there and screw it down. But now that's done, I can put the roller back on the back, that's good. I'm going to oil that up a little bit actually as well, that'd be a good idea. Right, almost there. I've got the light bar on, which is looking good. Definitely needs a clean though. So these are my yellow lights for when it snows. To be fair, these are pretty cheapy ones and they've got some condensation in there, so I do need to sort them out. But the bracket for them, hello Odin, hello big boy. Yeah, the bracket for it, it's fucking rusted on there, that's for sure. Buy cheap, buy twice. But yeah, they've kind of got just a bracket where you kind of mount it like that. Oh my god, there's so much water in it. Okay, these are pretty much dead anyway. So what I'm just going to do for the time being is just cable tie them on. I don't want to do anything permanent because if they're like this, what's the point? I'll just have to buy some more. But yeah, I think I'll just cable tie them on like that for now. So I do have the rear lights to put back on and the two side lights that I had on the previous one. So all of that needs to be wired up as well. I just want to get it back to a point today where I can, you know, pop to the shops if we need to. Oh, I've just seen it from the front now. They look so shit. Oh, I wish I just cut them off. That looks fucking awful. Oh well. I'll either look at buying some new ones or making some brackets for that one. Another reason why I can't use those brackets, and you might have noticed with the light bar, is that I've made sure to keep it ever so slightly below the level of the frame, because obviously if we've got 4.8 meters on this, it's going to overhang the front. Sort of, it comes about halfway over the bonnet, I think it does. So yeah, that's why I've tried to keep all the lights lower than the top of the frame. So happy that I put this roll bar on. Cut the angle off obviously for sort of putting full sheets up, don't want to scratch them, so took that angle off. So there's plenty of clearance from the roller now. You know, I am happy with that. That is definitely an upgrade. Well, I need to go and get some timber for the next project now. Okay, so there was one really silly mistake that I did make when I fabricated this, and it was when I put these braces on for the overhang. We had it basically sitting down like this, so it's on its legs. So whatever sag was coming from the overhang at that point is now welded in place. So there is like maybe a 5 to 10 millimeter drop. If I had maybe flipped it up the other way round and then welded it in place, then I wouldn't have had much of a sag, if that makes any sense. It would have been better for the strength and for any sag that we are going to get when we put some weight over the edge of this, but I think it will be fine. You only really notice it if you come back here and eye down it. So the only other thing that I'm going to do is, again, pick up another can of the black spray paint, just so it's got a nice thick layer on it. And when I do take it back off to respray it, I'm going to widen the holes at the bottom of these feet now, just because they're ever so slightly just not lining up. Hey big boy, what do you think? What do you think? Do you like it? Do you like it? Did I do a good job? Did I? Oh, mother around your mouth. Right, well, that is it. I hope you've enjoyed this little project. It's certainly going to help us out now. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Please do like and subscribe. Throw any comments down in the comments section. I look forward to reading every single one of them. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one.